Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? How did you get involved with eBay? What's your story?
Okay, my story is pretty simple. I was in the middle of looking for a job. I'm going to it again. I was in between jobs. I was going to get a job on the New York Stock Exchange floor, and the gentleman that actually offered me the job suggested I sell a couple items on eBay. So I figured, why not? I gave it a shot. I ran around the house and was taking things off the wall and grabbing a couple unused items. I started selling them, and I realized there was the unlimited potential behind selling and the whole eBay phenomenon. And I was wondering why no one provided a service where they could sell items for people and they wouldn't have to do the work and someone would. So I did a little research into it. It was blood, sweat, tears, looking into it. And then somewhere along that road, we got diverted because my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer and bladder cancer. That was probably the most trying time of my life. So I stopped everything in my life. And it was probably the worst time of my life. I had no job. The most important person in the world to me was sick. I thought she was going to die, and I wasn't going to have that. And so I decided to keep her mind off the sickness and that disgusting disease that I had her help me. So I had her writing up DVD lists and hiding them on her, and then so she had something to do, and then making her box things and ship things. And she wasn't too good with the photos, so that didn't last that long, But I had to do everything that was just, manual. Not to say give my mother manual labor, but but I had anything to keep her mind, off the sickness. And it was unbelievable that, like I was saying, the most trying time of my life. It was like eBay was the catalyst to her well-being, keeping her mind off the disease and being positive. And I swore to her that, that better days were ahead. When she was fully recovered and a survivor, that I was going to go ahead and open a store and, provide the service that I thought I so-called founded. And that's how I came up with Auctionseast, because there wasn't such a company on the East Coast, and I knew it was big out west, so Auctionseast, and that's how I came up with the company name. So my mom is now a cancer survivor, and she is totally healthy. She checks out on her regular appointments. And it's funny because she was doing the shipping when we started in the room, and now she's like the shipping guru. She knows it all. She'll tell you how much something weighs, 6 pounds. And it's amazing. She'll pick something up and she knows the weight because she's just dealt with it. And it's amazing how things happen on God's time. Like I said, it was probably the worst time of my life, and at the same time, we started this beautiful thing. It's like now my company's like my baby. It's like, now I have my family there, my sister, my mom, so I can kind of get away for 3 days to come here. But as far as the company, I can't believe how far I've come from that dreaded day when you hear, your mother's got breast cancer, and that was probably the most trying time of my life. And it was because of eBay that, I was able to move forward.
You're actually being a bit modest. You've become a little bit of a local celebrity, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Been featured in quite a few news articles.
Yeah, that's not my style, yes. I have been in a couple of national publicated books. I was in a couple of local magazines, the local newspaper, New York One, and a couple of local, Staten Island stations and stuff like that. So to say we came a long way from the attic would be an understatement.
Okay. Wait, there's one more. And this eBay Live, there was something special about it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Didn't you bring?
Yeah, it was. And it was, believe it or not, the first vacation my mom has had since the sickness. So it was only fitting that I figured, she was, breaking my chops about wanting to get in touch with people.